Hello everyone, I am Greenhound0, and today we're going to be talking about another transparency update from Air July. We actually might just go through the whole PayPal error again, and hopefully that's all resolved. If I'm not mistaken, it is. But right here, we got a transparency update about shipping revenue from Air July himself, saying another transparency update. Some people thought that our shipping costs were too high. You need to understand that we're a relatively new company with zero contracts from carriers. In reality, we didn't charge many of you enough. We've lost our ass on shipping so far. And they're saying net revenue shipping was negative $20,970.11. And of course, people who don't know anything about business always have to put their input in to a businessman who's been successful and seen success with $3.73 million. Master Sorotari, whatever. It says there was a way to avoid this, but anyone who told you to make a digital version was told how much money you got in the bank. Maybe next time don't flex your bank account when people are telling you common business sense. First of all, it's not common business sense. Doing a digital version basically means, yeah, pirate my shit is essentially what you're telling somebody, because that just makes no sense, honestly. There are people I understand that do like digital versions and probably use it for things like reviews, but at the same time, it leads to piracy and people getting access to the comic that didn't pay for it, right? Of course, he responds to the fuck because once again, Eric July knows better than you. He's the one that made $3.73 million. Also, most people who want independent comics nowadays want to have a physical comic, and they want to be able to, resell it for value and have it in a bag and board in their own place and be able to resell it later, like it has already sold in the aftermarket. A signed bundle has sold for $200 and it was originally priced at $90, so that person made a profit. But we'll continue on here. We got this place called Wonder Water Sports Cards and Comics and Games that has the comic on the shelf here, and here's the elusive PayPal saga. PayPal saga is nearing the end. Here's how it went down. As you know, reserve, not a standard hold, was put on my account of almost $1.2 million. The only explanation I was given was that it's due to immediate influx of transaction after the ISM launch. And you can see here the two transfers here that were made to the bank account. After many back and forths and an internal review, they stated that they would continue to have the reserve again, with this starting on the 27th of July. We'd long cut off PayPal by then, so essentially they just restarted the reserve, having it be effective weeks after. This was set on a 60-day rolling period, with us set to get our first access to funds on the 61st day. Our legal team advised us to wait it out because it was going to be expensive to go after them in the way that we wanted. However, well over 60 days, and we never got access. Once they were contacted about a legal pursuit, they self-released half of the money, but they initially said 100% of the transactions. So we went back with them, and I cut a bunch of indies in the process. That initial half, I withdrew immediately, as he should, as a businessman should. They basically thought they were going to go back on their own word, reserve $600+ and move the goalpost to January on another rolling period after 90 days. A message us through the message center explaining this. Obviously, this was the final straw. Here's the message. For example, 10% of the total transaction UC will be held at the end of the first day and will be released on day January 3rd, 2023. Then 10% of your appointments will be held at the end of the second day and will be released on day January 4th, 2023, and so on. We were told we'd be contacted in 16 hours. At the end of the day yesterday, we noticed another stealth edit and the other half was released. There was no official statement from PayPal as to why that money was taken out as well. So now we have all the initially held funds. We will never be using PayPal again. It's a piece of shit company. I recommend that small business owners especially avoid using them. As we announced in July, our international customers that use PayPal are going to have to forget an alternative. Regardless, I don't think we're done here quite yet. I want to be paid for all the interest they collected on that money, because that's kind of how it works for it being held in PayPal. So there you go. You'll no longer be using PayPal for RippaVerse stuff. No one should be using it. They seem to be a very shady ass company. I try to stop using them for any reason. I really have no reason to use them for the most part. So I'm trying my best not to use them at all. And of course, we have more reviews. We got people getting their stuff. This is the actual comic shop. Someone actually there at the comic shop. People doing unboxing reviews. I will be doing one when I get my stuff. I'll probably be doing 3 because I have 3 separate orders. There's another unboxing video. Another person getting their comics saying PayPal released their money because they submitted the payment 3 months ago and got their product. Here's this. It's another person getting their book. This person having a problem with COD costs, which has nothing to do with Eric, has to do with their government as to why they have to pay a fee here, an importer charge. And then they're saying we're not going to be buying any more comics, and that's their choice if they choose to do that. But then again, like I said, it's not on Rippa, it's on their government charging them more money to import stuff from overseas. So they have to take it up with them. And of course, tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central, the fan art contest will be ending for RippaVerse. If you want to submit any of your artwork, I've kind of wanted to, but I haven't drawn in over a decade, and I think my art would look like absolute shit. So again, more people getting their stuff. Even we got Sheep City and getting his stuff. It's freaking awesome. I can't wait to get mine. I want to rock this RippaVerse shirt. Like, I'm over here in the tank top. I'm waiting to get my RippaVerse shirt because I can wear it in my videos when I talk about RippaVerse. But he also goes on to say, if I can offer any advice for anybody selling entertainment and art, is to not get so caught up in trying to impress. Your buyers and your customers are your bottom line. Quite often your peers see things through a completely different lens than your customers. Getting a thumbs up or pat on the back from the Cool Kids Club can be worthless in the long run. This does not mean you should automatically ignore the input of your peers, especially if it's legitimately helpful. But bending over backwards to get the approval and embrace of peers can easily cross over into an economically destructive approach. Getting a thumbs up or the pat on the back from the Cool Kids Club can be worthless in the long run and for the bottom line. Your bottom line, Many times they put themselves in economically unfavorable conditions, and some would prefer that you be put through the same ringer. Put yourself in a position to where the only people you actually answer to are your customers, not the approval of your pretentious, sometimes flat broke colleagues. So there you have it. There's the video for today. I appreciate you guys for checking it out. Make sure you go to RippaVerse.com and you back the comic if you're interested in this. Make sure you go ahead and back the comic. Thank you guys for checking out this video, by the way. I very much appreciate it. Be sure to hit that like button if you did like it, like I said in the beginning. Comment below on what you think about this. Subscribe for more content. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.